Volume 2, Book 26, number 589, narrated by Abdullah bin Abbas. Al-Fadl, his brother, was riding behind Allah's apostle, and a woman from the tribe of Qatham came, and Al-Fadl started looking at her, and she started looking at him. The Prophet turned Al-Fadl's face to the other side. The woman said, "O Allah's apostle, the obligation of Hajj enjoined by Allah on his devotees has become due on my father, and he is old and weak, and he cannot sit firm on the mount. May I perform Hajj on his behalf?" The Prophet replied, "Yes, you may." That happened during the Hajj al-Wida of the Prophet. Volume 2, Book 26, number 590, narrated by Ibn Umar. I saw that Allah's apostle used to ride on his mount at Dhul Hulayfa, and used to start saying, Labaik when the mount stood upright. Volume 2, Book 26, number 591, narrated by Jabir bin Abdullah. That Allah's apostle started saying, Labaik from Dhul Hulayfa when his mount stood upright carrying him. Volume 2, Book 26, number 592, narrated by Thumama bin Abdullah bin Anas. Anas performed the Hajj on a pack saddle, and he was not a miser. Anas said Allah's apostle performed Hajj on a pack saddle and the same mount was carrying his baggage too. Volume 2, Book 26, number 593, narrated by Al-Qasim bin Muhammad. Aisha said, O Allah's apostle, you performed Umrah but I did not. He said, O Abdur Rahman, go along with your sister and let her perform Umrah from Tanim. Abdur Rahman made her ride over the pack saddle of a she-camel, and she performed Umrah. Volume 2, Book 26, number 594, narrated by Abu Hurairah. The Prophet was asked, which is the best deed? He said, to believe in Allah and His apostle. He was then asked, which is the next in goodness? He said to participate in jihad in Allah's cause. He was then asked, which is the next? He said to perform Hajj Mabrur. Volume 2, Book 26, number 595, narrated by Aisha, the mother of the faithful believers. I said, O Allah's apostle, we consider jihad as the best deed. The Prophet said, the best jihad for women is Hajj Mabrur. Volume 2, Book 26, number 596, narrated by Abu Hurairah. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, whoever performs Hajj for Allah's pleasure and does not have sexual relations with his wife, and does not do evil or sins, then he will return after Hajj free from all sins as if he were born anew. Volume 2, Book 26, number 597, narrated by Zaid bin Jubair. I went to visit Abdullah bin Umar at his house, which contained many tents made of cotton cloth, and these were encircled with suradik, part of the tent. I asked him from where should one assume ihram for Umrah. He said, Allah's apostle had fixed as miqat, singular of Mawaqit, Qarn for the people of Najd, Dhul Hulayfa for the people of Medina, and Al-Jufa for the people of Sham. Volume 2, Book 26, number 598, narrated by Ibn Abbas. The people of Yemen used to come for Hajj and used not to bring enough provisions with them and used to say that they depend on Allah. On their arrival in Medina they used to beg the people, and so Allah revealed, and take a provision with you for the journey, but the best provision is the fear of Allah. 2, 197. Volume 2, Book 26, number 599, narrated by Ibn Abbas. Allah's apostle, peace be upon him, made Dhul Hulayfa as the miqat for the people of Medina, Al-Jufa for the people of Sham, Qarn al-Manazil for the people of Najd, and Yalamlam for the people of Yemen, and these Mawaqit are for the people at those very places, and besides them for those who come through those places with the intention of performing Hajj and Umrah, and whoever is living within these boundaries can assume ihram from the place he starts, and the people of Mecca can assume ihram from Mecca. Volume 2, Book 26, number 600, narrated by Nafi. Abdullah bin Umar said, Allah's apostle said, the people of Medina should assume ihram from Dhul Hulayfa, the people of Sham from Al-Jufa, and the people of Najd from Qarn. And Abdullah added, I was informed that Allah's apostle had said, the people of Yemen should assume ihram from Yalamlam. Volume 2, Book 26, number 601, narrated by Ibn Abbas. Allah's apostle had fixed Dhul Hulayfa as the miqat for the people of Medina, Al-Jufa for the people of Sham, and Qarn ul-Manazil for the people of Najd, and Yalamlam for the people of Yemen. So these above mentioned are the mawaqit for all those living at those places, and besides them for those who come through those places with the intention of performing Hajj and Umrah, and whoever lives within these places should assume ihram from his dwelling place, and similarly, the people of Mecca can assume ihram from Mecca. Volume 2, Book 26, number 602, narrated by Salim from his father who said, the Prophet had fixed the mawaqit as follows. Volume 2, Book 26, number 603, narrated by Salim bin Abdullah from his father, I heard Allah's apostle saying, the miqat for the people of Medina is Dhul Hulayfa, for the people of Sham is Mahita, that is Al-Jufa, and for the people of Najd is Qarn, and said Ibn Umar, they claim, but I did not hear personally, that the Prophet said, the miqat for the people of Yemen is Yalamlam. Volume 2, Book 26, number 604, narrated by Ibn Abbas. The Prophet fixed Dhul Hulayfa as the miqat for the people of Medina, Al-Jufa for the people of Sham, Yalamlam for the people of Yemen, and Qarn for the people of Najd, and these mawaqit are for those living at those very places, and besides them for those who come through those places with the intention of performing Hajj and Umrah, and whoever is living inside these places can assume ihram from his own dwelling place, and the people of Mecca can assume ihram from Mecca. Volume 2, Book 26, number 605. Narrated by Ibn Abbas. The Prophet, peace be upon him, fixed Dhul Hulayfa as the miqat for the people of Medina, Al-Jufa for the people of Sham, Qarnul Manazil for the people of Najd, and Yalamlam for the people of Yemen, and these mawaqit are for those living at those very places, and besides them for those who come through them with the intention of performing Hajj and Umrah, and whoever is living within these mawaqit should assume ihram from where he starts, and the people of Mecca can assume ihram from Mecca. Volume 2, Book 26, number 606, narrated by Ibn Umar. When these two towns, Basra and Kufa, were captured, the people went to Umar and said, O the chief of the faithful believers, the Prophet fixed Qarn as the miqat for the people of Najd. It is beyond our way, and it is difficult for us to pass through it. He said, take as your miqat a place situated opposite to Qarn on your usual way. So he fixed Datu Urk as their miqat. Volume 2, Book 26, number 607, narrated by Nafi. Abdullah bin Umar said, Allah's apostle made his camel sit, that is he dismounted, at Al-Batha in Dhul Hulayfa, and offered the prayer. Abdullah bin Umar used to do the same. Subscribe now and share the knowledge and teachings of Prophet of Allah.